A few weeks ago, our board of directors had a retreat, and during this retreat, we outlined the life cycle of a dog. And we started with the opportunity for a female and a male dog to come together and have a date. And then, we're always doing that for the best of breeding. And then actually have a puppy and welcoming him to the world and getting him ready for the work that he has to do and all the important job that he has ahead of him. And when we laid out this timeline of this dog's journey, we came to realize that there are about 28, I want to make sure I got that right, 28 people that are directly involved with his upbringing in the first 2 years. So tonight, and I should say too, that doesn't really take into account of all the people that you meet in the grocery store, or that you meet on the street, or that you meet in church, or anyone that you might pull from your work environment to say, hey, I need a socialization opportunity. So that doesn't take into account the people that we can't count. So needless to say, with our 6 graduates tonight, we have over 168 people who have played a significant role in bringing tonight to fruition. I think that needs to be celebrated. So perhaps that's why you are here, to celebrate a pup that touched your life in a special or unique way. Or perhaps you were moved here because someone that you love is going to become more independent, either physically or emotionally, because of the dog. Regardless of the reason why you're here tonight, we are grateful for your support and grateful for your encouragement. I'm also grateful for the hard work and dedication and fortitude, because sometimes raising a dog takes fortitude, of our handlers. For some of them, tonight is a really tough night. Graduating a dog that you love is really hard. But I thank, and I wish they were in here, but I wanted to thank them for being willing to share their heart, because sharing your heart is one of the riskiest things that you can do, but it has the greatest reward. And I think these women have experienced that, and tonight will be a culmination of all that they have done over the past couple years. I'm also grateful for the ICAN staff. They have prepared our dogs and our clients for greatness, and they make me, as their leader, look really good. So I'm really grateful for the many hours that you have spent and your dedication to our mission. So thank you so much for all that you do. Also, the Department of Corrections, and especially Superintendent McCauley and Assistant Superintendent Ms. Lachelle Turner over there, thank you for allowing us to be in your home. This is incredible, and I also want to thank Ms. Foster, Ms. Carol Foster over there. She is, yes. She is our liaison between the prison and our program, and she does a countless number of hours with our program. And I think she might even dream about dogs too, because she is so dedicated to what we're doing. So thank you, Carol, for all that you do. And ICAN is one of many unique programs within the prison. And like any other community, as we saw this past week in Orlando, right? When something happens, people come together to support one another and to get things done. So there are some other programs within the prison that help us put on tonight. The Community Outreach Project, they have been working hard to ensure that our clients have a very soft, restful place for their graduate dogs to be tonight. They made them dog beds, and so thank you so much for making that happen for our clients. And also a special treat for you if you've not done so already. Some of the women from the program have made dog bandanas for you to take home to your little four-legged friend at home. So, also the food tonight was provided by the women in culinary. Thank you very much for doing that. Fabulous. And then the recreation team set up tonight's event, and they've been great all week, for the past 2 weeks, setting up the gym and setting up things for our clients. So lots of people making this happen tonight, so thank you very much. On your, isn't this, you just want to get to the graduation, like, I just have to keep saying thank you to people. So, and I'm getting the sign that my time is up. I do want to mention, though, on your chair, we have programs, and those were graciously printed by Sharp Printing. And when you get home later, make sure you peruse it. We've got some really good information about the clients that you'll see here tonight that maybe you'll miss because you're too busy crying. And it also kind of talks through our next big event is in October, which is our Wine and Wags event. So if anyone likes dogs and wine, you must be there, so we'd love to have you come. And as I mentioned before, it takes about 28 people to be a part of one dog's upbringing. So we are expecting some puppies later this summer. So if you would like to be one of those 28 people who are directly involved with that pup's upbringing in some way, in the program there is some information about who on our team to contact to make that happen. Okay, are you ready to commence this commencement? Yes, Jillian. Yeah, me too. So with that, I ask you to join me in recognizing our 2016 graduating class. Well, at this time, I'd like to introduce, going back to partnerships, clearly none of this can happen without volunteers, without community support, sometimes governmental support. And one of our partnerships that we embarked on about a year ago, I guess, was with WTHR locally here, and have had a wonderful partnership. Hopefully some of you have seen Maisie Mondays. On a monthly basis, we're able to come into the studio and share with people about service dogs and the critical work that they have to do. So it's been a fun way to get to know some of the personalities within the WTHR family. And so I'd like to introduce to you Nicole Mcsincic, who has been a pivotal part in making that partnership happen. And she's going to come up and share a little bit about Reflections of Hope.
Good evening and happy graduation, everybody. I know we're here for a very exciting cause. I'm really excited that with my job, I get to go to unique places, meet unique people, meet unique dogs, and get to tell everybody about what they might not know about and get to share that with everybody. Our journey with WTHR and ICAN, I'm going to admit, came out of some selfishness for myself. I happened to see that Puppy Love was going on, and if you don't know what Puppy Love is, you have to check it out. A puppy comes to visit you at your workplace for a donation to ICAN. Everybody in your office can get puppy kisses, lots of love, lots of attention, and then the money goes right back to ICAN. I thought, why don't we help promote this on WTHR? Wouldn't that be great? And selfishly, if I have to get up for work at 2:30 in the morning, knowing a dog is going to be there at 6 a.m. is going to make it so much better that day. Not only was that day great when we met Maisie and Renn, but the past year and a half has been incredible. Through the Reflections of Hope, through the ICAN program, I have met many amazing handlers. I've told stories here from the Indiana Women's Prison that I didn't know that I would ever hear in my lifetime. And I feel like ICAN brings together people, dogs, and everybody that loves those people and dogs. These dogs create opportunity, and these dogs not only create opportunity for handlers, they create opportunity for the clients, that will have new independence and mobility thanks to the selflessness of the handlers that I've been able to spend so much time with here at the Indiana Women's Prison. A few years ago, my mom came out from Arizona to be here on vacation to come visit me, and it just so happened to be when Dino said, "Hey, do you want to come to the Indiana Women's Prison to see what the ICAN program is all about?" "Yeah, my mom's in town. Can she come too?" Yes, she said she can. And I will tell you that that experience is something my mom tells absolutely everybody about. Until you know what it's like to be here, until you see the dogs being trained, until you see the interaction with the handlers once they start working with them in that period with the clients, you just don't know how to put it into words. There's not many times that I'm at a loss for words. My job is to talk professionally, but I feel like tonight I am. And the reason I am is because there's no way to put this special program into words. At least for me, there isn't. You have to see it in action. And I hope tonight that you get to see that, you see the special bond, and you see the amazing relationships that have developed and that will continue to develop as these pups take their journeys with their families. At this time, we want to go ahead and check on the community perspective for tonight's program. And with that, I would like to introduce Lynn Wren.
While there have been many honors given to Perry for his sacrifice, having an ICAN dog named for him has been the most special to me and would have been to him. The past two years have held many dark days, but there have been bright days spent with ICAN. Everyone I have encountered, from ICAN staff, furloughers, volunteers, inmate handlers, to, of course, the ICAN dogs, and especially Renn, have brought light and with the hope that they bring. I never imagined when Renn was first named that I, my family, my friends, and Perry's coworkers would benefit so much from this experience, for it has been so much more than a naming of a dog. Having Renn visit us and attend functions with us has been wonderful, while we've got to see him grow and become so successful. I've additionally benefited by volunteering with these great people who make this all possible, and I thank all of you. I especially thank Richard for the outstanding job he did training Renn. His dedication to the job is so evident when anyone meets Renn and see what he can do and how well he does it. From my sister, I'm going to give this quote: "ICAN has presented a gift to a select few men and women, the opportunity to learn to love, to experience, and to become experts in training service dogs. It is a responsibility that is constant, demanding, and rewarding. I am in awe of these men and women that unselfishly devote their time, effort, and dedication to successfully train a dog from puppyhood to graduation, to raise that dog, present it to its new owner, and start all over again." Wow, what a program. I thank Judy, who trained Renn as a puppy and who furloughed him through so many special experiences. I much appreciate you for becoming a dear friend. From Perry's mother, Phyllis, what an honor to have Renn with his exceptional love, beauty, intelligence, and dedication as a living memorial to my son, Perry. Thank you to each and every one of you who have invested so much to give such a priceless gift to someone in need. Perry would be extremely proud, and so am I. I thank Renn for what he brings to everyone he meets. I believe he has something special, all his own, that only his training has enhanced. It radiates out, making him a very bright star. And finally, thank you, Shanae, for I know you take great care of Renn as he will take care of you. You and Renn make a great team. I know together you'll be tremendously successful. And then this is a special message to Shanae from Officer Jeff Kreider, Perry's partner. Renn is a unique and special dog. I can't quite describe it, but you can see it in his eyes. There is a quiet strength and power behind them. I don't believe it's a coincidence or simple luck that Renn has the ability and intelligence that he does. Renn is special for a reason. Perry was my friend and my partner, just as Renn will be your friend, your partner, and your defender. Perry served others first. He served his country in the military, then he served his community as a police officer. He devoted his life and ultimately sacrificed his life in the service of others. And now Renn will give his life, his love, and service to another, faithful and true to the last beat of his heart. I can't think of a more fitting tribute to Perry. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Shanae Dixon to give a client's perspective.
I contemplated standing, but I don't think I can handle that right now. I want to thank you, all of you, for coming. My name, of course, is Shanae Dixon, and I've been partnered to receive Renn, who, as you all heard, he's named after fallen officer Perry Renn. And I guess a little backstory about me. I was he basically is helping me with my mobility as I'm learning to walk, because I had a tumor removed from within my spinal cord. Hey, buddy. And like I said, a backstory. I mean, I was diagnosed with a rare disease that basically causes me to produce tumors throughout my body, including my brain and my spinal cord, which, sucks to say the least. And it's taken me on quite a journey, and many times it's been a difficult one. I was diagnosed pretty recently after high school, and I kind of went from being a pretty outgoing person to I'm sorry. Ooh. I went from being a pretty outgoing person to it being pretty miserable to make it every day. And I was about at 24. I remember thinking, I was in so much pain every day that, if this is what life, hey, Bobby, I remember thinking, if this is what life has, then I'm not, sure this is worth the living. And I knew so soon that something had to happen, and not too far after I was told I needed to have the tumor from my spinal cord removed, which ultimately, I woke up from surgery unable to move my legs, which just started me on this journey to relearn to walk. And I'm grateful for this journey. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy, but it's afforded me a lot of opportunities, such as meeting Renn. And it's changed my perspective on life. It's changed my perspective on life, and just knowing that, no matter what I face, just like with anything, I have to fight through my fears and work through my fears, and realize that the physical limitations that I think I face are not really physical, but more so of mental insecurity, and something that I have to overcome. And so, because I wasn't using it anyway. And so, just as he will be helping me as I, start my journey of learning how to walk, he also will help me in other aspects of my life, as dealing with a chronic illness can be pretty difficult on a day-to-day basis. And so he will provide me comfort when times get tough, also to know that if I choose to give up on myself, then I'm also giving up on him, and that's not something I ever want to do. So I'm grateful to the handlers. And a special thank you to Richard Simmons, who put in the work and dedication into Renn, since he was a puppy, and to all the furlough volunteers, and Sonia for helping him with this transition. And a special thank you to Lynn Wren, who's given me the blessing to stand beside Renn as he helps her husband's legacy live on in a positive light. And thank you, ICAN, for affording me this opportunity. I hope to make you all proud. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Edith, and I'm going to be reading something from the men's prison. Hello to all, and to all a great big welcome. My name is Dennis, and I have been incarcerated for 30 years. I am currently in the ICAN program at the PCF Indiana Reformatory, a maximum security facility. I've been a part of ICAN now since September 12, 2013, and this is the first program that has given me a chance to give back to the community outside of these walls. I would like to share with you tonight my experience as an ICAN handler, in which I know that many of the IWP handlers here tonight will understand and relate. When I first came into ICAN, we had 3 golden retrievers, Jamie, Alpine, and Claire, and 4 golden lab mixed puppies, Patsy, Franklin, Orias, and Stuart. Sorry, guys. The 4 puppies were passed around to a different handler each day. This was confusing to all. The handlers had no idea what each dog was learning, and the dog had no idea what the new handler wanted. We learned quickly that this did not work well for the puppies or the handlers. After 4 weeks of this, Patsy was assigned to me, and the real learning began for both the puppy and a new handler. I had read all the books ICAN gave us, but there was nothing like the hands-on experience. I was so green that I was not able to deal with Patsy's jumping up on people, her mouthing their arms, or the behaviors that stem from the anxiety disqualified her as an assistance dog. She now lives in Arizona with her sponsor, and I hear they are all very happy. To the rest of the clients, may Justice, Renn, Tuck, Oliver, and Roscoe bring you the same joys they have given to their handlers and to everyone in the ICAN program. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Wendy. And at this time, we would like to begin what we call the passing of the vest. So I'm going to introduce Leslie, who will be passing Tuck to Cindy.
Good evening, everybody. I've had Tuck since he was about 8 weeks old, so today is kind of a difficult day, but a proud day for me. Tuck has always been very charming and very affectionate, and he's got a gentle spirit. And we talked about this day for a long time, and we always knew there was a special person out there that would receive him today. And until just recently, we hadn't got a chance to meet Cindy. But on our way over to client call-in, I was overwhelmed by a feeling because I realized today might be the day that we're going to meet the person that is going to spend the rest of their lives together and be best friends. And I knew it was going to happen, even though it wasn't confirmed for a while. In my heart, I knew it was going to happen. And I was just, I can't describe it as anything but a spiritual kind of a holy feeling. And I just couldn't stop crying. And it's really not like me to be that way. So I knew something was about to happen. Team training, it was a little bit nervous for me because this is my first dog. And as soon as the clients arrived, 2 clients came in. And they were introduced to the people. And like I said, he had met Cindy once before. And as soon as she came in the door, he automatically claimed her by going up on her lap and just staying up there uninvited. But we'll give him that one because it was something about that just made us all know that it was a meant-to-be situation. And later on in team training, after a few times practicing skills, he would get things for Cindy and do the commands and cues. But it was on maybe the 3rd day, they were having dog play, and Tuck was playing with a couple of these other dogs down here. And just out of the blue, it popped in his mind that he better go check on Cindy. So he took himself out of play and came around there and see what Cindy was doing, and we were like, wow, that really goes to show that there's some magic involved in the selection and placement of these dogs. And he's really meant for Cindy. And every day when he comes in, when he's come in from team training, his tail is wagging and he looks very calm, like he's been with Cindy his whole life. And it's just my honor to be a part of a community that allows me within the walls of a maximum security prison to do things that not only teach me about myself, but allow me to make a difference in someone else's life that is going to last and go on forever. And there's nothing more rewarding than feeling like a productive member of a community. And ICAN is really special for giving us that chance. And I'd like to invite Cindy to come up on the stage and receive her graduate service dog, Tuck.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Roscoe sees people. All right. This has been a very special moment. I've had Roscoe since he was 13 weeks old. There's been many people a part of his progress up to this moment. Nancy, she's one of our furlough volunteers. If it wasn't for her, Roscoe wouldn't have made it this far. He needed a little more familiarity with outside. He was a little institutionalitis, So he was okay in here, but you take him out there, and he was like, no. So she took the slow motion that he needed to get him to where he is today. When he was just a puppy, we found out how much he loved children. He was so excited that he just vibrated and he whined for the kids until they came to him, and then he licked them to death. One of his greatest qualities is his nosiness. He has to know what everybody's doing and where they're going. He also has this awesome little thing that the kids at Riley, me and Denise and Kelly, have all figured out that they're going to love so much, is he belches like a man. So, and we also heard that, what's his name, Dr. Chuck likes to give the kids whoopee cushions, so they'll make quite a couple. So we're going to have farts and belches going along in the little... So, Roscoe met Denise and Kelly, and he's a little standoffish at first, but by the second day, he was all over Kelly, licking her, doing laps, and just going and checking in with them. Their determination to make sure that they do everything right for Roscoe is just a wonderful success to me, because I know that he's going to a beautiful place, because he's getting the best of both worlds. He's got a beautiful pair right here, and then he gets to be around children all day long. Riley is a very special place, and it takes a special dog. So the things that he will be doing, he will be working with children with severe brain trauma and maybe some other issues. See, he's upset. He wants to see her right now. He is going to be able to be loving. He's patient and encouraging to these children that might be a little sad. And that's an inside joke, I'm sorry. A little sad, but they need a little bit of encouragement with the frustrations that go with the therapy. He will be helping with some balance assist to encourage them to walk with their mobility, with their range of motion to get that moving again, and the comfort and calming that he is so wonderful at doing when he's really upset. I would like to ask Denise and Kelly to please come and receive their service dog, Roscoe.
These might be the only box of tissues left in the house if anybody's interested. Good evening. My name is Alkia, and I have had the immense pleasure of working with Justice and Troy at this June's team training. So I was really excited when I initially found out that Justice was going to be a balance assist placement for a veteran. So I was told that his client had a traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder and a few existing complications. So I was expecting to meet this very rigid, very stoic ex-Marine. And then Troy showed up. So not only did he become Justice's favorite from the word go, he also became the favorite of just about everybody that he came in contact with during team training, including myself. In our short time of working together, I watched Justice and Troy bond so perfectly that there was no doubt in my mind that these two guys did not belong together. By the second day, Justice only had eyes for Troy, and I had just become another person in a red shirt. So, and I cried a little bit about that, but not in front of Troy. Having Justice will make it easier for Troy to be out in public. Justice will keep Troy grounded if or when he may experience any signs of his PSD. Justice will help Troy go up and down the stairs. He will brace Troy's weight so that it's easier for him to sit or stand. Justice will also be retrieving items and finding help. As a handler, I can honestly say that this has been one of the best experiences that I've had in this program. I am so grateful to be able to have had the dog that I had as well as the client that I had. And if anybody met Troy, you exactly would know why. I cannot think of another person that is more deserving than Troy, and I feel like I can speak for ICAN as a whole when I say that it is our honor to be able to give back to someone who has given so much to this country. Troy, I would like to thank you. We would like to thank you for your service. And please come up and receive your service dog.
They leave me to follow Alkia. Big shoes to fill. I would like to introduce you to Oliver, who is a wonderful golden retriever who came bouncing into my life with his mohawk and his charm and his winning personality. At a time in my life that I was suffering from a pretty decent loss. I'd lost a member of my family and was a little out of sorts, to say the least. My ICAN sisters, along with Sean and Sally and the volunteers and the staff, really supported me through that. And Oliver was there every day. And when we worked together through some things that were maybe difficult for him or that he was unsure of and stuff, I found out that there were things in my life that I was unsure of as well. There were some confidence issues that I had and some past hurts that Oliver really helped me overcome. I met Rob, who could not have been a more fitting client for me. I found out that I really am not an emotional person, so you'll have to excuse all of this stuff, at least not outwardly. Rob and I laughed the entire time. It's a wonder he knows anything about how to work with this dog. We had a good time. He has got a wonderful heart. He works for Kindred, who does wonderful work with people that have lost a lot of their independence themselves, and they feel the grief from that. Oliver has an intuitive spirit, and just like he helped me through my grieving process, he's going to help these people find that they have a strength that they never knew, just like that he did me. I would like to recognize Pat Clark. Pat, I'd like you to stand, please. I would like you to meet Patricia Clark, who has given her love, her service, her time with her family, and she has loved Oliver right into the successful dog that he is today. Thank you, Pat. Oliver and Rob are going to be a dynamic duo, and I almost feel sorry for Tammy. I want to say that Oliver has now become Rob's wingman, both at work and at home. They have a good time together, and I instantly knew there was a connection when Rob forgot his ID at home and Oliver wouldn't stop looking for Rob. Rob came in the door and it was like, oh, there's my life. I would like for Rob to come up and get his service dog, Oliver, and I can't thank him enough for the love that I know he's going to give Oliver for the rest of his life.
Hi, hello. I want to start off by thanking Dennis Brown for all the work he's put into Oakley for the past 16 months. He has done a remarkable job. Now I will read what Dennis has written on behalf of Oakley. Oakley is many things: beautiful, awesome, amazing, but most of all, she's a love bug. Oakley was a fast learner and passed her level 1 evaluation soon after turning 6 months. When I had to give her up to the handlers at IWP, I had worked with Oakley for about 16 months, and she was well into her level 3 cues, a first for me, but she made it easy. There are many, many moments that Oakley brought a smile to my face and made my day, but none that compares to knowing she is graduating and will now belong to someone new who she will be able to provide a more enhanced life and a greater independence. To Oakley's new friend, I hope Oakley brings you great joy and serves you well. I also hope you come to love her as much as I do. She is truly an awesome dog. She can be a great tool for you, but also a best friend. My wish for you is a great life, a new adventure, and experiences, all with our Oakley, the love bug. Alicia and I have also had the privilege of co-training Oakley for the past month and a half. We got to finish her skills and transfer her over to her new long-life friend, Linda. This is our first team training we were able to experience being the handlers of a graduate dog. It is something we will never forget. Any doubt or worry we had went away as we saw the bond grow between Oakley and Linda. We know that things was a perfect match and that Oakley will give Linda her independence, bring back hope into her life, as well as a companionship. Oakley will assist Linda with walking, retrieving any items she may need, and even help her out of a chair with a brace if she needs it. The time that we have had with Oakley has been wonderful. We love her, and she will forever have a place in our hearts. Oakley is so faithful, so full of love. We're so happy that now Linda gets to experience the joy and love this amazing dog will bring to her life. Thank you.
Linda, please come up and receive your service dog.
Everyone. I may have had the pleasure to work with Shanae and Renn over these past 2 weeks, but Richard Simmons is the guy that trained Renn to be the perfect service dog that he is today for Shanae. So I'm going to read a little something that Richard wrote for you all today. It is easy to tell you about what this wonderful animal means to me, but difficult to finally let him go. I have had Renn for almost 2 years now, and I am still amazed at what he is capable of doing. Even though working with his mama was great, Renn has surpassed even her, showing lots of the same traits and talents. His training was second nature. Even though he is my first dog, I have trained him completely. I can say with confidence that a bar has been set for the future dogs I will work with. Training was a challenge at times, but hardships usually creates tighter bonds. Every morning when I am rushing around, I look in his crate to find him relaxed and looking back as if to remind me to just take it easy. This is one of the best things I have learned from our time together. I know this amazing dog has found a place in my heart, as he has with so many others throughout his life. Even if it is the first time you've met, he is more than happy assuming you are an old friend. That is the true beauty of a dog. Everything they give you is unconditional, even if it's a dirty sock. By far, the most important thing I try to keep in mind throughout training is placement. I am always wondering what he'll be doing, how is he going to help, and am I doing my very best to prepare him in every way I can. With all that we have worked and trained so hard for, ICAN has selected one of his very best traits. By being such a caring and sturdy dog, Renn will provide stability assistance for someone very important, Shanae. I do not know you personally, Shanae, but I have heard nothing but amazing things about you. By being so driven and always challenging the assumptions, it has allowed you to face fears and free yourself so you can be and give your very best. That tells me all I need to know about who you are. Like you, Renn has a huge willingness to work hard and succeed. With all the incredible things you do alongside Renn's capabilities, I am sure you'll make a great team. I truly believe love isn't love until you can give it away. And with Renn's intensity for the people he cares for most, I could only imagine what it's like when he finds someone new to pour it all on. There is no avoiding this big red, slobbery dog that will be by your side for the rest of his life. He won't care if you lose your keys, he will help you find them. It doesn't matter if you need your shoes, he will happily go and get them. Even when you're singing your favorite songs to him, I promise he will not judge you. He will be there to catch you when you stumble and to be your rock when all else seems to be slipping away. You can put your trust in him as he will with you. And with Renn putting so much stability in my own life, it is his calling to do the same for someone new. I am happy you now have each other, and it has been my true pleasure working with this amazing dog. The stars aligned to have this dog carry such an important name and to be in charge of helping others. Goodbye, Renn, and thank you for being such a good friend. I would like to thank Judy Harrington and all the ICAN staff, as well as my parents, for believing in me. Without your support and wisdom, this couldn't be possible. To all Pendleton staff for your continued support, thank you. And finally, to Miss Lynn Wren, I hope we have made you proud. Love, Richard Simmons. He has been whining for her the whole time.